They were on a car ride to their swim practice on a Monday night, 2 weeks before Christmas, and a truck slammed into them, and I lost my son Griffin. And so that was my first loss, the most profound loss I'll ever experience. And then a few months later, lost my mother, and then a couple years later, my father. Through those losses of my parents, who I always thought would be the most profound, impactful losses of my life, I was still in a fog from losing my son. I found you, several years after I lost my son. There were years between my immediate therapy and then where I just did it on myself, and then I found grief group and I found group therapy. I'm kind of an introvert. I don't like to emote in front of people a lot, and I knew that if I even mentioned Griffin's name, I would start to cry. But everybody was so accepting and so beautiful. You're not just there for yourself, you're there for the other people. When I go to Grief Guide and there's a new member or somebody, I hope that I can be there for them. So it's not just a take, it's like I'm trying to be there and give too. And that's not something you can do in individual therapy. I have this visual in my mind when everyone's talking. I have this visual of them dumping a little of their sadness in the middle of the group. And it's just a little, it's not all, it's never gonna be depleted, but just a little of their sadness, and we all do that. And then you have that candle lit and the candle burns it away. I hope that's what happens to us when we gather for grief group. That's what happens for me, a little of the sadness.